Afternoon, everyone. Don't be shocked. Welcome to MPL Insider. And Emily's head is not really as small as it appears to be, but she is literally a foot away from the camera and her head looks like it's a mile away. Anyway, welcome to February's MPL Insider. And how was... hold on, everyone.
I'm getting.
Wait, we've just heard from we just got an announcement in our from our producer that says a guest we were trying to get on the show has actually worked out. Very surprising, right? Their people got in touch with ours, and so ladies and gentlemen, we are very pleased to welcome Cupid onto our show. Thank you so much for showing up.
Cupid.
Hey. Is it all right,
library guy. Can you just keep it down a little bit? I mean, I was out pretty late last night with Freya celebrating the end of this horrific holiday. My God, has it been? It has been a long day. Yeah. All right, Psyche. Okay, I'll be nice. Just all right. Oh my God!
Well, thank you for being here. Is it okay if I call you Cupid? Is it Mr. Cupid?
Look, bookman. Okay, just know this. All right, Valentine's Day is not an easy day for me. You think that men want hardware gift cards every year? You think women just want flowers and candy every year? No, they want love. And guess who's behind the scenes making it all happen? I'm trying to be nice, making it all happen, and it's me. It's me. My job is not easy. It's a nightmare sometimes. Let me tell you.
We never assumed
it was easy.
So how was your day? I mean, how was your day?
All right, Biblioteco boy. Let me tell you one thing here. My job is not easy. All right, This is an insanely difficult job.
I don't think anyone said it was easy.
We
never said it was easy. We never questioned you.
Fun every now and again. You know, I get my kicks. There was the certain massacre day. That was kind of fun. But all in all, it's a difficult day. And let me tell you one other thing. I'm through with it until next year. But then it's it. One more year and that's it.
That's
all
it.
right?
1 year
over.
It's Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Hi everyone.
Didn't really go as I expected.
No, that was I didn't know he had a beard, for one thing.
I just didn't know he was so angry.
He's angry. I mean, I kind of like almost Dave Grohl-ish in his anger.
Yeah.
But I think Dave Grohl isn't really that angry all the time. Do you think he's angry all the time?
I don't know. I mean, well, give him the benefit of the doubt. It was a busy holiday.
Thank you, Cupid, for being here.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, it was
probably won't see you next year.
No. Well, or is next year the last Valentine's Day ever?
I mean, does like someone take over?
I have no idea. I'd say we should try and get him back on the show, but that also seems a little scary.
I have a feeling he probably won't want to be back on the show. He might look back on this, feel a little embarrassed.
A little, I guess, maybe. I mean, if you need to reach out, if you need to talk to somebody, we're here for you. So please get back.
The boy is here for you.
Why did he ignore you?
I don't know.
Is he scared of girls?
I am pretty
Cupid
scared.
Can't be scared of girls. When did Cupid grow a beard? And why is he wearing flannel?
I don't know, Tim.
And where's his bow and arrow? There's so many on the
we had a lot of questions.
And he wouldn't let us ask any.
We just got cut off. So
I mean, and he had people in his office. Who knew Cupid had an office? Anyway,
well,
how was your Valentine's Day?
I would say less stressful than his.
I guess so.
My son delivered me a little heart balloon with some candy, and when he brought it to me, he said, "Happy birthday, Mama."
How many birthdays do you have a year?
Every month.
Well,
Maybe to get cake and parties. How was your Valentine's Day?
Absolutely nondescript.
Yeah.
My daughter likes to pretend I don't exist anymore because she's 25. So you have that to look forward to.
Yeah.
And then Mara worked very late and fell asleep on the couch.
Oh.
And then I followed suit.
Well,
romance is clearly alive.
We don't need a holiday to tell us to love our
but
people.
no, it was nice.
Yeah.
I made a nice Thai noodle dish for dinner.
Ooh, that sounds good.
So there was that.
So
So
we had sushi.
all right. Well, hey, if anyone has any questions, quite possibly why Cupid was such a malcontent this year, we'll answer the best we can. But if you have questions for us or any of our guests that we have coming up on the show, please feel free just to ask and just type your comments in to either the box on YouTube or on Facebook, and we will get to you.
Yeah.
So let's
Takes us to our next part.
next segment, which is we've known about this at the library for a while.
This one's going to be a hard one.
Yeah. It's not a fun new thing. Like last month it was the books.
The playaways.
The playaways, which was really nice.
This is actually just a kind of a sad but exciting piece of news about one of our staff members that we wanted to share, one of our managers. And I guess without further ado,
let's just bring her on.
Our guest.
Our guest.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
I'm doing really well today. How are you guys?
Good. Did you know Cupid was going to be so angry?
No. Although I don't have a Cupid in my life. My husband and I have never celebrated Valentine's Day, so I don't really follow Cupid. Probably
not on Instagram?
Yeah.
At Cupid?
Maybe that's why he's angry.
Maybe that's why. So you're not that upset that the last Valentine's Day ever, maybe next year?
No, it wouldn't matter to me at all.
Well, it's that.
So tell us just briefly, in 7 words or less, what your job is.
My most current job?
Your most current job.
My most current job at the library is materials manager. I oversee 19
Oversees
employees.
1 word. You oversee what?
I oversee 19 employees, and I maintain the workflow behind the scenes of the library.
That's got to be more than 7 words.
It's
but
more
that
than
is a
7.
good description.
I was just going to say, and can you share with us and our audience, after 33 years, what's happening? After 33 years at MPL.
After 33 years at MPL and 4 different positions, 9 different bosses, and 7 different directors, I am retiring from MPL.
Congratulations.
I'm so happy for you, but I'm also so mad because I don't want you to go.
I know. Would you say being this job, all your whole 33 years at the library, which of these 2 things was more fulfilling? Being on bike court during the 70s or working at the library for 33 years?
Ooh, that is tough. Bike court, that was quite the adventure you and I had, Tim. That was
That's when we ruled the streets of Manitowoc with an iron fist.
We did. Of course, that only lasted about a year. So I would have to say the position at the library was more fulfilling just because it lasted longer. And I learned more.
That's fair. Is it melancholy? Are you happy to be retiring? Are you sad to be retiring?
All of it. I'm excited to be retiring. I have worked in a library since 7th grade. I started dusting the library at Holy Innocents School when I was in 7th grade, and I have worked in a library in some capacity the entire rest of my life up until now. So I'm nervous about leaving the library. I'm excited about what my next adventure will be. I'm sure I will try and find a job doing something. I don't know what yet, but I have plenty of time to figure that out. So yeah, I'm a little nervous, a little scared, a little excited.
Is most of that because you're going to be living on a fixed income?
I am. I am going to be living on a fixed income. That's true. That's true. I might have to curtail some of my spending habits.
Just until you find the next thing.
Right. Right.
And then you won't be on a fixed income again.
No. And my husband's still working, so I can just spend his income.
Oh, so you're a lady of leisure, at least for a bit.
For a while. Yeah. Yeah.
My guess is that wouldn't last too long.
No,
It seems like you wouldn't just sit around and do nothing.
No, he asked me, my last day is the 23rd, and he asked me on the 26th if I will be sending out my resume.
That
And
seems
I
like
said,
that might be a little late.
That's hasty.
I mean, that's a whole weekend. I don't
That is the
know.
whole weekend. The funny thing though was I had a friend reach out to me and ask me if I had an updated resume to share with her. And I said, my resume is on a floppy disk. So
Wow. What, is it a big one or the smaller hard one?
the big one.
Oh, congratulations. You should hold on to that. That's probably, a valuable antique at this point.
Probably. It'll be worth money someday to someone, I'm sure.
I was going to say, we do have an antique.
Yeah, you could
show
bring it
coming
into Extraordinary and get it valuated.
Yeah.
Valuated.
up.
I don't know exactly what word that was. So, when is your last day again?
Next week, Friday, February 23rd.
So I was telling Amy, it's funny, my father is actually retiring the day before her.
Wow.
February is just a lovely month for a lot of people now.
It's a good month to retire.
He was smart though, not making himself have to come in on a Friday.
Well, see, he typically has off Fridays.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And I think he's actually taking a half day on the Thursday. So it's just
Okay.
going to be kind of a short and sweet little day. And then he's done.
Yeah, and I only work a half a day on Friday. I've already told some of my employees, don't be surprised if I sneak out the back door without saying goodbye, because I don't know that I'll be able to handle that. Everyone in my family knows I'm the crier. Doesn't take much to get the tears flowing. So I don't think I could handle having to say goodbye to everybody on that last day.
Maybe we should set up an intricate system of barely seeable strings and tin cans so that people know that you're leaving.
Maybe,
I don't know. Or maybe you should ride out on the material handler.
No.
Set it into reverse and go the other way.
No.
Nope.
One last roller coaster.
One last roller coaster ride. So,
Roller coaster.
much like you, what you said, you dusted books at Holy Innocents. Going back to our bike court days, Amy and I were shockingly, like, how long ago was that? 40 years ago?
I know I was in third grade. So what is that?
I think I was
about 9. So I would say 49, maybe 48 years ago.
God, that's crazy. And we were on the thing, and most people don't even know about it. And why would they? They tried this experiment called Bike Court. And they had there were 12 of us.
Yes.
And we passed down judgment on people who broke the law on bikes, but just kids,
gosh.
not adults, because adults wouldn't have even showed up.
No.
But kids
That's
still,
so funny.
at that point, we're still believing that, I may be in trouble for real.
Like I could get arrested.
Yeah, exactly. But then they got wise to it. But my mom.
The best though, Tim, when I saw that picture in my photo album, because when you started working here at the library, there was no connection. So when I saw that picture of the 12 of us sitting up on the judge's bench and read the names of the people and saw that you were one of them, that just was crazy how life just kind of keeps circling around. And how we even did a contest here at the library. We sent that picture to all the library staff and said, 2 current employees are in this picture. Can you guess who they are? And I think we had 1 employee that guessed correctly.
Yep. I wonder what their big prize was.
I think I patted her on the back.
Oh, well.
Because she's not a hugger. So I just, shook her hand and said,
a firm handshake is always a nice gift. But, you said you had dusted books. My mom, when she started, she wound up a teacher. She might have been at Holy Innocents when you were there even. I don't know. Or she might have still been at St. Andrews. I'm not sure.
I think she was still at St. Andrews. I don't think she was at Holy Innocents when I was there.
But she started out as the librarian in McKinley when McKinley was just a school. And I always helped to reshelve the books in the school library when I was, 5, 6 years old.
So you guys may have been there because I went to McKinley for kindergarten.
Oh, okay.
Because I lived right across the street. So yeah, you guys may have been there when I was there in kindergarten, but actually Sister Barbara Belinsky, who was the principal at the time, she was the one who was actually in charge of the library when I was there.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Oh no, my mom transitioned into teaching. That was just like kind of get your foot in the door sort of thing. And then she wound up being a teacher in the parochial system. But it seems like I've been stalking you now since you were in kindergarten.
It does seem that way. That's why I'm getting out, Tim. That's it right there.
You had enough, just done.
Well, it's funny though when I think about it, because yesterday at your party that we had, the mayor had mentioned that he's seeing a lot of like employees from the library who've put in years and years of time and stuff like that. And I mean, I'm no spring chicken, but I'm actually approaching, this year will be 20 years total. I've been working at MPL, and you know, I feel like I'll probably likely retire from this library. I mean, that's if they don't
get the OB.
Yeah. But you know, it's like, and we just said goodbye to Mary about a year and a half ago, and she had 43 years under her belt. So it's like, kind of says a lot about, you know, the place.
It really
does.
Work. It says a lot about the community within this building of employees. We have each other's backs. We are family. We appreciate each other. We our teamwork, you know, and then serving the community and making sure the community has what it needs. And if they need it and we don't have it, you know, we try really hard to get them what they need. In the last couple of years, just adding the cake pans and the seasonal affective disorder lights and the hot spots and, you know, toys and all the stuff that's not the traditional book library material, the Wi-Fi, the computers. It's just amazing what has changed in my 33 years. When I started, we were still doing card catalog cards. And then within the first month that I worked, as we went to Dynex, the first online catalog. But the changes I have seen, who could have predicted that 33 years ago? You know, it's just amazing what we can do now for our community here at the library.
Well, and also, you know, just how things come around, because you've helped out a lot with it, but like the evergreen trees being at the library, which is definitely predates bike court even, you know, that, but you know, that, you know, it now all of a sudden it's popular again. And you've been so cool with helping out as much as you have with everything, you know, with it. So what would you know, if you can, do you have a favorite memory from 33 years?
My favorite
besides the day I was hired, I mean, besides that.
My favorite memory of 33 years, I cannot say on live. I cannot say.
All right.
I'll tell you later.
Fair enough.
But I really don't. I have so many positive, good memories. So many people that affected my life. People that I'm still in contact with that I haven't worked with for years. My time as even when we had the union and I was a union steward, all the stuff I learned from that. You know, I learned something from every single person I've come in contact in this building. They have made me the person I am today and the manager that I became. And I really don't have a favorite memory or anything that really stands out. I've just loved every day of it, mostly every day of it.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. You know, I think, you know, you told us very early on that this day was approaching because we wanted to get you on the show. And I think we wanted to get you on the show after, you know, your retirement date to talk about something specific. But, you know, we're glad that you know, came on and blabbed a little bit with us.
Yeah. So if anybody sees Amy roaming about around the library in the next week, thank her for her service to MPL.
And get here early on Friday as she plans to sneak out early.
I might.
I mean, is everyone okay with that? Is the whole management team? Is the director?
I mean, I'm not going to sneak out earlier than my schedule. I'm just not going to, you know, walk around and say one final last goodbye.
The gauntlet of sorrow.
Yes. I might do an Irish goodbye. I might just be gone.
Not like that one lady. There was like a TikTok video of this lady who worked at Walmart and she was, I don't know if she was quitting or retiring, or I think she was retiring, and she went over the walkie-talkie, did like a very serious, like final, like walkie-talkie goodbye to everyone. And then it kind of became this like internet sensation, like, you know, thank you for your service.
Kind of like the police officers when they say their last log out or whatever. The last like call or
You do the announcements.
Thank you for having me.
You do the announcements sometimes, right?
Yes.
At night, like, do you plan on singing at all before you go?
No one
Okay.
needs to hear that.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Amy. Good
Yeah,
luck with
thanks for
retirement.
having me.
I'm sure I'll see you around.
Thanks, guys.
I mean, as I'm stalking you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was great.
Yeah.
You know, sad.
Sad. I mean, I'm like happy for her, but like I said, I'm also just like,
Well, and she was so much fun to work with. I mean, I know she's not our manager.
Yeah.
Just, you know, but Amy was always ready to jump in and do whatever. She, you know, and always with such a great attitude.
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
So much fun. Oh, it's almost like we should have a transition piece, but we don't. There's the scary part. Well, we've had Angry Cupid, Bittersweet Amy.
Farewell, yep.
And now we're bringing on someone super perky.
Yes, we are.
Everyone always describes our next guest as being the super perkiest. So please welcome, we're just going to transition, right? Because there's no good way to do it.
Yeah.
Welcome our main guest for today, Youth Services Librarian, Betty Schwede.
Hello.
Hello, Betty. Thank you for being so patient, waiting to come on camera.
No problem, but I didn't know I needed to be perky. I don't think anyone has ever called me perky.
I know. I just tried. I tried to pull an old switcheroo and see how perky you could be.
Well, friendly.
I don't know. You're approaching perky now, so either that or you're suffering some sort of attack because I'm not used to seeing your eyes pop.
Yeah, they need to pop more.
Unleash the beast. So, Betty, tell everyone what you do at the library.
I'm the youth librarian, so I help manage the youth collection and help with programming and kind of general all things youth department, children's library activities and stuff.
She's a busy lady.
It's true.
It's okay.
So, would you like to talk about a couple of things that you have coming up at the library?
Well, we always have
specifically.
Yep, what I know about actually, that's helpful. We always have great stuff going on. We have regular programming all the time, but we have on March 2nd, we have a special program. It's a ready to read early literacy fun, and it's geared for kids like birth, tiny ones.
Birth? Like, are you talking like seconds after birth?
Well, maybe like 6 months,
Okay.
But early literacy, it's not just about helping your child read early. That's not what it is. There are a lot of skills that build up to literacy and language. And we just it's going to be a drop-in 10 to 12 that Saturday morning on March 2nd. And drop-in and self-directed activities that really capitalize on the 5 principles of early literacy, which are reading, writing, talking, singing, and playing. So we have activities, just fun stuff, because child work is play. So we have fun, different playful activities that parents can do with their kids and just to build those early literacy skills.
Cool. And that is on Saturday, March 2nd from 10 till noon?
Correct.
And is it in the Balkansky room?
It's in the Balkansky room, yep. Like our
Second
usual,
floor.
where we usually have story time. And we do have someone special coming in to read a story, have some story time fun, a couple people possibly. And I think I heard we're going to have one of the therapy dogs stop by.
Oh.
So yeah, we can hang out and that's a monthly program. The therapy dogs come and listen to the generally early readers, could be anyone though, come and listen to kids read, and it's just one of the most non-threatening audiences. They don't stop and correct pronunciation or words or anything like that, so kids have a good time. And or if you just want to stop by and see the dog, and along with the other activities.
Cool. I took the liberty of loading another slide of another program that I know you have coming up, which is Eyes on the Skies.
Eyes on the Skies. Yeah, with the eclipse coming up, we were trying to get a little bit of a couple different programs. So there will be a Tuesday family activity night, but Eyes on the Skies is mainly for like older kids, teens, and adults. And we have someone coming from the Astronomical Society to talk about eclipses in general and stargazing, sky watching. That'll be a Thursday night at 6:30. So
Also in the Balkansky?
Also in Balkansky. That'll be the big room, and it's adults included, so that'll be entry from the mezzanine hallway like usual.
Okay, cool. Now, so this is a little taste of what you do in the library. What do you enjoy doing when you're not at the library?
Reading. Yeah, that's the generic answer, right? No, I like
Weird. A librarian likes reading.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah. Other than that, though, spending time with my family, I do like sewing and crafts. Sewing and quilting is a big one, which is also ties into my library programming. I'm in the idea box.
Almost like that was being set up. I don't know where that came from, but is it true you have a class? Are you the Betty of Open Sew and Badging with Betty?
That's me. There's only one Betty at the library. If something's happening with Betty, unless someone's coming in, it's me.
Why don't you have a shirt that says that? There is only one Betty at the library.
Should say there can only
be one.
Well, I don't want to be that exclusive.
It's like there's Kurgan Betty. That's your mortal enemy.
No. Wait, no. It's others can come in. No.
You could expose it on the show if you'd like to. We'd like to get a first dibs, exclusive.
There's no exclusive. I'm really.
There's no mortal enemy?
No. No. You can't have mortal enemies when you're supposedly perky.
That's a good point. Well, the Highlander was pretty perky, but he still, had to go up against the Kurgan.
I have no idea what you're talking
That's
about.
That's okay. I don't even know if Betty knows what I'm talking about. Have you seen Highlander? No.
Nope.
Is that the show that Laura loves?
No. This one was a
Outlander,
movie in the 80s with Christopher Lambert and the actor who would eventually go on to do the voice of Mr. Krabs on SpongeBob. They were about immortals. And I'm not going to talk about this. Let's talk about open sew and badging with Betty. Did you pose for that picture?
No,
that was after Betty had been in the sun a little too long. Her skin, burned.
It made her arms expand as well.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit about this class.
This is really just an time that I'm sitting down in the idea box. If someone wants to come in and get badged, I'm ready to do badging. If someone has a project, they have questions, or make sure they have a little bit of help with something, or they were badged and don't remember what they're doing, I'm just going to be there for that hour, and I can stop in and ask questions or get help, or it's just open sewing. And we have the 4 sewing machines, so 4 different people could come in.
That's great. And for those who don't know what badging is, that's just wanted to kind of explain. It's kind of a term that we use for any of the equipment in our idea box. We've got, a 3D printer, Glowforge, sewing machines. And when we say to get badged, that just means that you worked with a staff member to make sure you understood how the equipment worked, signed any sort of, liability waivers. And that means then once you are badged, you can come in and make reservations to use the equipment at your leisure.
Yep.
Excellent summary.
Thank you.
and this is for people 13 and up, correct?
Correct. That's the age limit for the sewing machines.
Nice. And do you do is this a repeating program?
It's at this point, it's every other month. We'll see how successful it is. People, if you want me to hang around, you got to come and see me.
Yeah.
In general or just for sewing?
Well, that hour for sewing. I mean, You can come see me whenever, that's great, but.
Well, cool. Well, we didn't really inform you that there was trivia involved.
Well, then you're taking a chance, and I know what.
But there is trivia involved. There are actually 2 waves of trivia, and this is your first exposure to.
Okay.
There are a total of 5 questions. If you get 3 out of the 5, you win a valuable prize.
Yep. Okay.
If you don't, you don't get the valuable prize.
Should we tell her?
Yeah,
what the
I
theme
think we should.
is?
Well, there is a theme.
Okay, that
for
helps.
your trivia.
It's sewing, right?
Yep. Go
Okay,
ahead.
I didn't know if there was like another term.
No.
It's sewing themed.
Okay.
We also cannot verify if these are actually correct. in any way. We literally Googled sewing trivia questions. So,
Okay, well then
get what
I
you
should
get.
be able to, verify that it's correct.
Okay.
Well, I mean, but in our hearts, we believe they're correct. Because they were the same on several. I didn't know if you're, since you like to sew, there's a lot of sewing trivia, a surprising amount of sewing trivia sites online.
Mhm.
I didn't know that, so we'll see what they
Yeah.
have.
All right. I'll go first.
All right.
So your first trivia question is, this is a very fun item that is used for pushing out seams on many different types of garments. It was created by Lynn Graves and boasts that it pushes, pokes, pulls, P-fudges, P-turns, and P-stuffs. What is this colorful notion?
Start the question again.
From the beginning?
One.
Just the very beginning, like
Okay.
what?
This is a very fun item that is used for pushing out seams on many different types of garments.
It boasts that it pushes, pokes, pulls, P-fudges, P-turns, and P-stuffs. And it has a colorful name. What is it?
It's something I don't own, I don't think. So you got me on that one. Sorry.
All right.
I can't even
The
make up something.
The answer is purple thang. Thang.
Okay, I've heard of it. Don't have it.
See, that was one of those things.
Okay,
where
at
I was
least
like,
you
is that
heard of it.
real?
Hey, is that the prize though?
No.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Were you going to start to try harder?
I was gonna try harder. I don't know
Well,
it, so
It's not a bad prize, so you might want to try harder. I'm just
I might
saying,
try.
maybe.
I
All right,
don't know
so-
what prize is. I'll try hard anyway.
0 for 1 so far. Second one. What kind of stitch would be most commonly used for a hem?
A blind hem stitch.
That is correct.
Thank you.
We are 1 and 1. 1 and 1 so far.
All right. Okay. When was the first successful sewing machine invented?
Long time ago.
Could you be more specific, please?
If you could even give us a decade?
Or get it within 25 years.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I don't even know. I'm gonna say 1850.
That is within 25 years.
It is.
1830.
Yeah. It used
Okay.
a hook needle and one thread, which created a chain stitch.
Cool.
So as of right now,
Two.
You're looking
got
good,
two.
Betty. You're looking
you got
good.
2. You are 1 away from the valuable prize. Which of these natural substances is put on thread to stiffen it for hand sewing? Earwax, water, beeswax, or milk?
Beeswax.
Well,
I
that is
believe we
correct.
have a winner.
And we'll ask you one more question because we can.
Sure.
What part of your body closely equals a yard?
Your arm. From your chest to your arm. Fingertips.
Well,
You had half of it.
you got half of it. Since you already won, we'll be a little picky on this one. It's from your nose to your fingertip.
Okay, your nose is like over your chest. And if you're holding something out, it's hard to go like,
Mm.
okay,
She's not totally
Competitive
wrong.
much, Betty?
little.
A little.
You had
When I-
already won.
when
You didn't
I'm
need to-
right.
Regardless,
That was fun music.
thank you.
If you like want a salsa dance or something.
Are you ready to find out what you've won?
Yes. Wait.
You have won a CD from the Bellwether called Hold On.
Okay.
Do you like music?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
There
think
you
you'll
go.
enjoy it. Have you seen the Bellwether in concert?
No.
I mean, they're a local band.
I
Have you,
think like Sheboygan.
the
area.
Sheboygan, Manitowoc? They're good though. They're
Yeah, but I don't think I have. So, well, that's fabulous. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you can just drop by our office anytime you want and pick up your prize.
Thanks.
All right. Now, I bet you thought the trivia was over, but
Well,
it's
we
not.
do have some comments, though.
Oh, let's check. Let us take a look at the comments. Jane Luchterhand wanted to say that the picture, I'm assuming that we're talking about
Probably the sewing picture.
this picture, the sewing picture. Looks like Emily.
Yes, that does look like me, especially when I'm nervous. I get a little flush.
Well, and when you have too much salt, your arms swell like that.
I do have a tendency to swell.
Hello. But Jane, thank you. Thank you for noticing. And also, this is for Betty. I'm sure on your win, Catherine Wimmer says, yay, Betty.
Well, thanks, Catherine.
But now, if anyone has more questions for Betty, though, we still have one more segment with her. So please feel free to ask them. It is now time for...
I love how cheesy every segment.
Every segment is cheesy.
Series is.
So do you want to start off again?
Absolutely. All right.
6 questions for you, Betty. There's no prize involved.
And there's no right or wrong answer, really.
Well, there are, for some of them, there are right or wrong
You're
answers.
correct. The very last one. Okay, your first question is how do we know you are not a robot?
Good question. How do you know?
That's your answer?
Because robots
you
are
can't
not.
answer a question with a question.
Robots are not perky.
Man, you're really invested in the perky now.
I'm trying to think of a perky robot. I can't. Wally?
Wally was kind of... What about Rosie on the Jetsons? She was pretty perky.
That's true. I forgot about Rosie.
We're not convinced.
We're not convinced that you are not a robot.
I bleed red.
You are not an oil-based human.
I have a cold. I mean, that alone.
Oh yeah, robots I don't think can get colds. At least not yet.
Not yet. Soon in the future.
Yeah, coming soon.
Coming soon to a robot near you.
Yep.
All right. What song would make the best theme music for your life?
Gosh, I've never been asked that one. Do you remember the old song "Work Your Fingers to the Bone"?
I do. Is that you?
That one, yeah.
All right,
that's an accurate representation.
Work your fingers to the bone. Good answer.
All right. If you could relive one day of your life, which one would it be?
There are a lot. I don't know. Maybe my wedding day.
Aw.
That's sweet. I hope your husband is watching. He can watch it on replay.
Yeah, he better be.
He better be. If he wants a perky wife, he better be.
He knows, happy life.
He knows better than that. No, we've been married long enough. He knows better than that.
If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would that one food be?
Oh. Does it have to have like nutritional value or anything?
No,
like that?
Not at all.
Probably caramel.
Ooh,
just
really?
Caramel after caramel?
Straight up caramel. You're poor teethers.
Wow.
Well, there cannot be, physical repercussions if I'm stuck to one food.
That's true.
We did say there didn't have to be nutritional value.
That's true.
So.
And if there's any nutritional value needed, I'd probably say raspberries.
Ooh, I do love raspberries.
Raspberries.
Do you sometimes eat raspberries and caramels in tandem?
No, raspberries to me is one of those like plain raspberries. Just maybe maybe a little creamy something, a little yogurt with it or whatever once in a while, but just raspberries.
A little dark chocolate's not a bad idea.
Ooh.
And it's not bad, but I don't need to mix the two.
I don't really mix things either. Like I'm the kind of person that eats every item on the plate one at a time. Yeah. I mean, they can touch. I'm not crazy, but not traditionally crazy.
You call them crazy?
Your foods can't touch?
If they're saucy, I don't want them touching.
No,
Well,
Do
yeah,
they go
but sauce,
together? You know, is the sauce supposed to go with the other
I don't
foods?
know.
That'd be
Like-
fine, but
Like sometimes,
some
like I'll make like like cooked carrots, and I put like some brown sugar on it, like some glazed carrots, and then they kind of get a little bit like saucy, and then the sugar kind of encroaches onto your other foods, and I'm not like a big sugar consumer. I like salty food, so when I just don't want it. I don't know.
yeah, no, I get it.
Freaks me out a little.
sometimes.
Anyways,
On to the next question.
if you suddenly became a giant, what would be the biggest inconvenience?
Finding clothes to fit.
It's very legitimate. That is a very practical and honest answer.
Yeah, well, and it's winter, you got to be warm, and
Yeah. Imagine trying to find.
I'm
like,
pretty
a super
modest,
large
so
jacket.
yeah, clothes to fit. That'd be hard.
Mhm. Yeah.
Thank you for adding that modesty was part of the equation as well. That's good to know. And this perhaps is the most important and your final question.
Okay.
If you were stranded on a desert island forever with no hope of rescue, who would you rather be stranded with? Emily or Tim?
Emily.
And why?
Finally.
Because you got to stick with the girlfriends. Sorry, just
Well, I'm not going to say I'm not going to say I'm not disappointed, but at least you
I feel
had
very
sound
special.
reasoning.
yeah. I mean,
Tim,
you can
Tim
drop
got
in.
picked the
Tim.
last couple times, so
I can't visit. You can't visit if you're stranded forever with no hope of escape.
Well, then
The girlfriends would probably bonk me on the head and steal my helicopter. I've seen movies.
or like eat your arm or something.
yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't want my arm eaten or my helicopter stolen. I'm just going to say that for the record.
Yeah. And that was the question that we said you could get right or wrong.
That was the one
That
you
was
could
the
get
right
or wrong.
answer, Betty.
Okay.
Thank you.
What a perky okay. Well, Betty, thank you so much for coming on the show. It was a
Yeah,
blast
thank
having you.
you.
All right. Well, have a great day, and we will see you around the library.
Super. See you here.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end of the show. That was a really solid show
We had
from
so many good guests.
Angry Demigod through Perky Youth Services
Yeah.
Librarian
Yeah, it was a good one today.
with a
I
little
enjoyed it.
tear in the middle.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, who's coming up next month?
So next month, March 21st, 12 o'clock, Thursday as usual, we have Youth Associate Lynn Christensen.
Which always means there's a possibility of a ukulele sing-along.
One can hope.
One can always
Yep.
hope. And who knows, we might have other guests. We never know. We
Mhm.
plan our solid keynote guest,
Mhm.
but we also see what's going on and
Yeah.
bring people on. So, well, until next month,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us. Hope you had fun. We had fun as always. And have a great day.
Mhm.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.